Man, I was born to do this. Music to me is just, it's life.
We have to take our music back to being an art form. It's supposed to be hard.
I feel responsible to be honest in my art and to be honest with my craft. Ride with me on the Hip Hop Live tour. Check it out. I love hip hop. I love hip hop now. I love hip hop then. I love hip hop in the future.
When people look at hip hop as an art form, they say that hip hop is about your culture. It's about dance, it's about graffiti. My culture is drugs. My culture is strip clubs, and they do ride on 26-inch rims where I'm from. That's not all we do, and I think that's what I show.
If my train jumps off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, back to the scene, this is green, come on.
You know, to each his own, and people speak on things they know about and speak and make music based on how they grew up. So who am I to judge the next man for the way he expressed himself? You know, I know that I make the music I make because of how I grew up. The household I grew up in, the neighborhood I grew up in, the things that happened to me in my life, the schools that I went to. And somebody else, their life experience will inform them in a different way. So their music will sound different and feel different. And that's something that adds to the culture. That's not something that takes away from it.
Now that the kind of gold rush is over and cats are seeing that hip hop is not as profitable as it used to be for several reasons, it's kind of making people question their motives. And the good thing about that is that it's weeding out just a lot of the bullshit.
I feel like hip hop music itself went through a period where the hip hop fans were dissatisfied in the popularity that commercialized manufactured music was getting. I mean, even now, it's still that way. You know, like sometimes I'm listening to the radio and I'm like, is this comedy rap? Like, is this serious? And it is, they'll play it and I'm like, this is crazy.
We have to make sure that we lead this opportunity here for our kids. We can't burn it out. We have to take our music back to being an art form.
I feel responsible to be honest in my art and to be honest with my craft. I don't feel a responsibility to a particular audience, although I appreciate any fan or any audience.
As much as people talk about being authentic, we flock towards authentic artists that have major pushes behind them. You know, you have a lot of authentic artists who people don't support. That's why they call it underground. Like, I don't want to be underground. I want to sell records.
I mean, you know, as far as poor people, oppressed people, people in urban situations, in inner city neighborhoods, it is the only thing that they are listening to that has an influence. I'm not talking about the songs per se, but the culture. You know what I'm saying? The culture of hip hop and how you carry yourself informs it. For the suburbs and the rest of the world and the mainstream culture, it's just another song on the radio. But for people who really live in those situations, this music is their stream of information.
The only thing that I'm trying to learn how to do is love it again. Because the business side of it is so messed up. It's become such a business that the love that it takes for you to be creative is often tainted by having to be successful.
The future of hip hop is always going to go where the people go. Any good art or good music follow the people and describe the situations the people are going through. So whatever the people are going through, you're going to see reflected in the music and in the art.
All that manufactured bubblegum, Willy Wonka music, it's just going to be bubblegum rap. And then the hip hop is actually going to be stronger than it's ever been because of all the different influences that are being incorporated into the music. And I just feel like hip hop is really going to be huge. I mean, like it isn't already, but I think it's going to be way bigger than it is now.
I love it! Come on, come on. Gonna have a party to release this thing that's on my mind.
Next time on the Hip Hop Live Tour, presented by Sony.
Talib Kweli's in the building, gonna do it tonight. Put your fists in the air.
You know, you can't be conscious all the time. Gotta get some rest.
Revolutionary. They ask me what I'm writing for, I'm writing to. Tell you what we fighting for. Take Talib Kweli.